It's just that there is a bit of scam here when it comes to those soup packets. They show you here in the instructions that they take buy one of this and it gives you 4 servings like this. But if you try it, you would not get that 4. Usually, you get 2 servings. I call what's written, I call the instructions, I call it usually the theoretical, the maximum. And I call what you get in the kitchen or the chemistry lab, I call that the actual. So to determine the percentage yield, what does yield always mean? Yield is how much you make in real time. You take the actual and you divide the maximum. The actual is what you get in real time. So that's the real thing. And you divide by theoretical or what you were supposed to get. So percentage yield is like this. The actual by default, A must be always less than M. Actual is less than maximum. Quite common, they ask you, why is it that your percentage yield is low? You'll tell them this has to do with one of those 3 things. One reason, it's the chemical reaction itself. Sometimes, like incomplete combustion, you don't use all of your reactants. Some is left over. Sometimes it's just that the practical method you're filtering, some of your reactants are stuck there in the filter paper. You lost some of your reactants, or even the products is splashed out. You couldn't collect it all. And sometimes it's like completely out of control because if this reaction was reversible, then you can't help not to have some of your products turning back into your reactants. We call this side reactions. When you're doing percentage yield, the maximum is the one you find. You calculate the maximum. And the actual must be given. Your task is to find the maximum, and by default, the maximum is always greater than the actual. I'm going to start with nitrogen, because that's the only thing I was given. And it says here that hydrogen is in excess. So ignore this one. So nitrogen is 280 grams. I'll find the moles mass over molecular mass. And 2, each nitrogen is 14. And 2 is 28. So that is 10. 180, 10 moles. Moles of the product, if this is 10, how many moles will I have of my product? This one is 10. This will be 10 times 2, which is 20. Maximum mass of product I can get is 20 times the molecular mass of NH3. How much is the molecular mass of NH3? It's 14 plus 3. If I see you doing something like this, I will hate my life. You multiply that 17 by 2. No, don't. Love of God, don't do this. Why not? Because this is the ratio. It has nothing to do with the molecular mass. So you say 20 times 17. You tell me, what about that 2? You already used it here. That's 340. The maximum is 340. Actual is 85. So how much is your percentage yield? It's 85 divided by 340 times 125.